It's time to create with Quimby, and this one is for you moms and dads who could use some me time.
Yeah, we all could. You know, sometimes taking a nice long bath can do just the trick to escape all the stress of back to school. And joining us live to explain how her next project can help is our DIY expert, Shannon Quimby. Hey,
Morning.
Shannon.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Well, I saw we were doing something with a bathtub, and I'm like,
Yeah.
she's not going to build a bathtub, so what are we doing? And then I saw the picture. This looks pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, our producer Heidi Johnson said, "Hey Shannon, can you make a back to school DIY?" And I'm like, "Yeah, for moms and dads."
Amen. That's right, girlfriend. So what do you got there?
Yeah. So basically, I just took a long board. This is a cedar board. This is what you want to do is you want to measure the width of your tub plus 2 inches, because you want to have an inch that overlaps so the board can sit on top. Okay. So here's the finished project, and it's just so pretty. And I move it out because it's kind of big. I've got obviously a wide tub. So here's the board. I got this at Parr Lumber. This is a cedar. I'm going to show you another option that can take a step away too. So you measure that, and then when you set the board on top, then you cut it. I use a miter saw, which is a chop saw. You can also have a neighbor do it. You can actually do Parr could cut it for you too. Then sand the edges with some sandpaper. Just get that little edge off. Then you measure on the inside of the tub. So you set the board over, you measure the inside, and you make a mark like that on each side. Okay? Now, with the same wood, I feel like I'm catapulting in here. You make 2 smaller pieces like this, okay? And you put them on the inside line, such as that. You want to pre-drill these, because if you start just drilling in, the wood's going to split. So you pre-drill 2 holes, 1, 2, like that, and then all you do is then you screw in the 2 pieces to be secure. Make sure this is a 2.5 inch long wood screw. You want to make sure the screw goes, obviously, to connect both boards.
Right.
Yeah. Been there, done that. It didn't work. Okay. So then the next is, so if you want to add a little flare, because it's going to get wet, you got to seal it. And so this is just a fun product. It's a wax. Now you can use a polyurethane. Watch this. This is so pretty. So this is called, this is an antique brown. And you just apply the wax like this, and you go with the grain. And I use quite a bit, because then when you're done, see how that's coming? I spread it out. It's kind of like frosting a cake. That's
A big cake.
I always get too much frosting on is the thing, so I'd have to be careful with that.
Yeah. So then after that, you wait a few minutes and let it set, and then you buff it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you don't want to do the stain, and if you just want to get rid of this process, there's this really good. I love this. It's bamboo. Look at this. It's gorgeous. It's heavy. Yeah. So this is already it comes like this, so you don't have to stain it. This is actually called a Daso XTR bamboo, which you can also get at Parr. And this is called Classic. But this is really beautiful. It's also very sustainable, so it's going to hold up really well in water. Because that's key when you're doing this project, is that you definitely have to seal it. So it stays.
What do you buff it with? Is that you just use a normal?
I use a cloth rag.
Okay.
And this does stain, so you would probably want to use gloves. I don't.
No manicure for you. Yes. Okay. And so then, as far as like uses, right?
What do we put on it? Wine? How do we put it to use?
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of wine. You know, you can put candles on it, flowers, your books, magazines.
Look how pretty that looks.
I know, right? Yeah, very simple. It's very easy. You know, Parr is a really good resource for a variety of different woods, even if you don't have scrap wood. It's very inexpensive to do. It's very simple to do. And then we can relax during and when all the kids go back to school, which is down the hall probably.
Which is down the hall, yes. Well, Shannon, love this idea. And of course, thanks to Parr Lumber for providing the wood for all of us. I'm gonna have to check them out, actually. It looks like they have some good
I've always
stuff.
wanted to purchase one, but now I think
You're just gonna make one.
it.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Shannon.
Just a few.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Well, for a full list of the instructions and materials that you'll need for that project, we'll post it all on coin.com.